And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
On one, ready?
And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. From the left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is a quick pass from Trubisky. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
That's the score. Steelers 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates in.
Taking it right down Broadway. Jamar Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 77 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Jones. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Minka Fitzpatrick up from a safety spot. He came in to knock him down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Burrow looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they do.
Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in.
Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Running left, it's Warren. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Steelers at 2-12 in what has been a tough year. And Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. Here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Pickens going in motion left. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins down to the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 58 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Jones on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
11, 12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Throw there going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from them. AFC Defensive Player of the Week just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Pickett. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
11 MT tape.
Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. And here's Brad Robbins now. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Got his man, it's Warren. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here in this first half. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 20...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Olszewski now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Warren will try the right side. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A handoff for Warren. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Off play action. Pickett. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Warren. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. On the run, it's Warren. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the 1st half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
5-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
11 MT. 11 MT.
On second down, Burrow. It's caught, Smith. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
MT. 11 MT. Stop.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. It's Mixon on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Pickett sets up play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
19 light. Hey, smash.
Looking to throw, Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their
I'm
own
going, ready?
8-yard
The
line.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11, MT, take. 11, MT, take.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go, here we go.
Delay of game penalty
11.
ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
11, mighty. 11, mighty. Stop.
Burrow will throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett right back to the air again. To the right side and complete to Washington. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hurt. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Pickett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Back to throw. Pickett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the...
It's a foot race. Finding space at the 40. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. This a 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett back to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Cameron Sample just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's Pickett. Pressure comes and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Pickett looking to change things up. On play action, they'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
I'm one, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Gun.
2nd and 7.
Hey, we got to go score. Let's go. Stop.
Mixon running wide side. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 3rd down, Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, 2nd half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division.